Welcome to day 4 of 30 days of AL programming. And today, Leo, stay tuned for what's new in Business Central for the developer. And we do have one method that I'm really excited about, and this is the record.truncate. Why will I be excited for some method that is deleting objects? And if you've been in a migration scenario, cleaning up data is so important. You need to truncate the data. You need to clean up the data. And I am using the agent mode on the copilot chat. So there's a series about copilot chat that I created about how you're able to use this agent mode and debug everything. Don't overuse it for small debugging functions, like read through it. Otherwise, you can become a zombie just trying to uh, query prompt copilot for things that you are still able to solve, but it's really impactful. That's why we are looking at the record.truncate, which of course it's a bit the traditional way was the row by row deletion when you use the delete all, and definitely the auto increment. If you have used auto increment, it was retaining in as much as you delete and you insert new record. The auto increment, if you had 5 million records, the it will start from 5 million again. But with the truncate, then we are able to specify the reuse the previous auto increment values, and then we are able to it requires the delete permission. It's not supported with tables with on delete triggers or with event subscriptions or the ones that have got the media, and definitely not working with inside the try functions, and table with flow field filters is not supported. Okay, so the best practice is to use it when deleting large number of rows.
Hii ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
And also when using filters, data is temporarily copied to a temp table, because if you can use filters, then it will be temporarily copied to a temporary table. And then for smaller deletions, using filters will create unnecessary overhead. You'd rather use the DeleteAll, and then you can use the if record.truncate to support unsupported, to look at unsupported scenarios. So like if there is that particular, you can use the if to confirm if you're able to do. And definitely now copilot agent is asking me, would you like me to demonstrate how to implement this in your code, or would you like a specific details about any of the aspects? So here I'd like us to implement the truncate uh, by first populating a page with a page, a table, let me say a table displayed by a page, a table displayed by a page with random 100 records of different types, at least 5 fields. And then okay, and then after this we have a button on the list page to delete, to truncate all, to fill in the data, to truncate all. This is an action, have an action to truncate all, or to truncate with filters. Okay, we can have the option. We need to see how the auto increment is handled. Okay, this prompt is just all over the place, but let's see if it does the job. But definitely, when you look at this, we are trying to get to a point where our agent, so we are using the agent mode. Reason is because it will do most of the things for us. Ideally, we should have started with the ask mode to try and understand how we can do it. And definitely, it's creating for us the tables. It's not looking at uh, the table ID, so it is fixing the table ID. It's fine. So it's creating the enum for the status field and all that. So it's now creating a list page. And if you have used the truncate in SQL Server, like if you have used the truncate method in SQL, let's say you have used truncate in SQL Server, you definitely have a very good opportunity to see the beauty of how fast it is to clear that whole table, because it is meant for bulk deletion. Of course, now we can put the warning icon that you use or approach this method with care, because it actually clears and really clears that data really fast. So we are having some SQL ability here with Business Central, and really, if I don't know, but I don't feel like this method is good for production use after migration. I think we should have a button somewhere where we can say that have we migrated the data, and then we disable this method, because wow, it really is fast and it clears everything. So of course, now I've created a complete implementation that demonstrates this. We have this table that has got the text description, date, amount, enum, and then the status, if it's in progress, completion. We'll create 100 random records, populate all fields. We delete all records using the truncate method. And definitely there we are. So first click on fill random data to populate with 100 records. Observe the auto increment values in the entry number. Try truncate high priority to delete only high priority records. And then truncate all to delete everything. Repeat the process with different combinations to see how auto increment behaves. So the implementation, there is also this filter truncation, error handling, random data. So let's keep this and see the list page, the actions. Let me just double check. How does it feel in random records? It goes on to truncate. Okay, do you want to delete all records and everything? Not really worried, because I'm using a truncate, and definitely it has this true for the truncate. Okay. Okay, come on, what am I doing? So definitely we can build our app, and then we are able to see this day 4 how this truncate will take us. But I'm quite excited about it for some reason, because it's not a really bad method. There's an opportunity to really test it, put it to the test, and be able to see how this truncate works. Truncate demo list is here with us. So I will fill in random data. So this progress dialog has some issues, or what am I saying? So what's happening? There is already exists. Did we forget to have the table set up as auto increment? Let me just go check. Auto increment true. So I think we need to do this dot entry number is 0 to just initialize it. I think it should be able to do it, but if it's not, then I have to republish again, since it hasn't been able to do that. So we republish again and see the result that we will get from this now. Then we load the truncate again. So there we are with now the truncate demo data lists. We will fill the random data, and initializing it to 0 worked for some reason, and I don't know why. And you see it's starting with 2. And why is that? Okay, it's because of the initial one that we had created. So, and ideally, what does it do? It's not deleting fast. Anyway, this is AI generated code. We have not reviewed. But if you fill it random data again, it's going all the way to 200. But I think this is a problem with auto increment. When you're using it with code, you have to reinitialize it, and don't know why you still have to do that. So let's go to truncate high priority, where we are truncating top 4. These are very few. Priority is 4. So where is the priority? So we have a different random priority, and definitely we can say if the priority is greater than 4, it's greater than or equal to 4, everything will be truncated. And we definitely have something here. And it's saying that when it's truncating a record with high priority, it does its own thing. It changes the record to become, how do I put it? If it is doing it with high priority, it is English has been lost. It's picking, it's creating a temporary table and then now recreating the record. Then now we can truncate all. Let me see. Come on. Jeez. Everything is truncated. It's really fast, as you can see. Nope. And it's still working. But if we fill in random data again, you can see now the auto increment is having the first record as 1. So truncating like just clears everything. It doesn't care. Like it clears and clears. Huh? Definitely we can go up to 200 now, and it's a very clean record. Supposing we had 5 million, then we'd see how big of a data set it could be. And then definitely you can just truncate all, just clearing everything. Boom. Last auto increment value was 0. But that's how fast and better the truncate method is, because you're able to quickly truncate a few methods here and there, and you're good to go with your truncate, and you clean up the whole database, your whole table real quick. So let's see the conditions that the truncate will not work.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.